Come on.
This city is really nice.
Jesus Christ, I have 3 people watching me already.
Just waiting for it to come up on my computer, and I think we'll be good to go.
5 people watching me already.
Love the comment you posted on the hall.
We're gonna rip E3 apart.
Oh boy, that's gonna be so much fun with EA being the first on the list.
It's like they make it easy on themselves.
Alrighty, we are good on my end.
Alright. So, are we up? Are we all streaming? Are we up?
Yes, sir.
That's what I like to hear. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are probably wondering why we're playing Monopoly. We actually have a large portion of members of NSI sitting in our chat tonight, but here's the kicker. No DOA tournament tonight. Yes, it sucks. I know. I wanted to see people beat each other up, but recent events have proceeded to take hold of E3 was this past week, if anybody has been paying attention to it, which was actually amazing. Somewhat. Kind of. Like 2 press conferences, that's it. Others were kind of There's 2 reasons why we're not doing Dead or Alive tonight. We have NSI as a whole, ripping E3 apart this week. This past week has been full of crap that we've seen. Our plate is full when it comes down to it. But there's also another thing. Sad to say, with recent events, I am pleased that I am honored to grace you with everything today, and I am honored to be on today. Yesterday was almost a very bad event on my part. I actually was loss of power for 24 hours. I am fine. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So, I am bringing to you NSI as we tear apart E3. Well, comment on E3. Well, do kind of rip E3 apart because screw it. So, it boils down. I almost died, but that's beside the point. So, it boils down to we need to rip E3 apart. We do it every year, or try to every year. And this year was kind of lackluster. In my blatant opinion, it was kind of lackluster. But that's not just mine. But as you see, we're on Monopoly. 3 of us are on Monopoly. Oh, excuse me. Trying to talk and burp at the same time. Anyway. So, what 3 of us are going to do is sit back, play Monopoly, and hate each other even more.
Ruined friendships.
Yep. So, who we have joining us in this chat tonight? Who we have joining us in this chat tonight? We have Ben. He is one of my he is one of my corporals and is also related to one of my sergeant majors, who sadly cannot join us tonight because he is under the weather. So there's that. We have Mars, who is the 2-time current reigning? Did you win the last DOA tournament?
He is tied with Seagasm.
He is tied. He's tied 2-2-2. That's amazing. Mars, say hi.
Hello.
So there's that. And then Luna. We also have Luna here, who is also streaming. She has her people that she's streaming to. I have my people that I'm streaming to. And we're all sitting here doing the full conglomerate of NSI. Monopoly always ruins friendships. Yes, if they're bad friendships. So, we have Jimmy and Jess as well, the 2 Pokemon Team Rocket trainers, joining us. Say hi, you two.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm not thrilled by that statement.
Ah, I love it.
I made it work.
I love it. We have AR Dog as well in here. Say hi. Why are you so quiet?
I don't know. My voice.
Speak up! Speak up, AR! And we have Psychic as well.
Hey.
Psychic, everyone here is in NSI. Well, thank you for saying hi. Getting to my next statement, everyone here is an NSI. And we are pleased to bring you the NSI Rips Apart E3 2017. So, as everyone else is playing their own video game and still streaming this while we're talking about it, we're going to sit here and hate ourselves in Monopoly. So, here's one thing I haven't said in a couple of days, some time. Let's get it on! Let's get it on, people! Ha ha ha! Starting off with the events this week, Luna, I'm going to give you the graciousness, after I roll these dice, of saying what we had from Electronic Arts, the gaming company of, well, people know who EA is.
The gaming company of esports, but we'll discuss that later.
Yeah.
So, when they opened up their conference, they were doing drum lines with Maddens to announce Madden 2018 Longshot, which we will talk about a little bit later, because they have that more in the Xbox conference.
There's no better time to play Monopoly.
However, from there, they turned around and went to our first game off topic, Battlefield. Now, granted, I don't play Battlefield that often, so I'm gonna sit this one out. However, I have to give the guy they showed credit when he turned around and blew up the truck with a grenade while dismounting a horse. I sat here and laughed my ass off and gave that guy proper credit. Where credit was due.
Mars
So,
already
for
in losing
Battlefield-
$200.
I don't want to play.
I don't want to
Okay.
Anyway,
You're forced to, and you're gonna like it. It's okay.
anyway.
So they announced that they are going to drop DLC packs for Battlefield 1 or Battlefield in general.
Battlefield 5.
Essentially. They are having Neville Knights, which will release later this month in June. And then Prius Dates of Hur in July with Name of the Tsar in September.
You have to pay too.
Yeah.
Darn it! So, since I'm not major in Battlefields, that will be more Noctis and, unfortunately, Don Don, who's not here, Don Don's department. I'm going to send this over to them to show how they feel about this announcement.
It's Battlefield. I mean, what more could we say? It boils down to the aspect that Battlefield, yes, is a good game. I do enjoy Battlefield, but there's also the other aspect that, considering how low, to be honest, Battlefield 1 is a good game, but in all honesty, I don't consider it on top tier of Battlefield games. Battlefield 3, yes, it had problems. Battlefield 4, yes, it had problems. But the stuff that they're doing to try to keep Battlefield under their belt and all major players there is good. I personally don't like the direction Battlefield is heading. That's my comment.
Community, the fact that they're trying to do right by their community is something to give them credit for.
I give them credit for that. I really do. But I personally don't... You already owe me money. I personally don't like where they're going. Pay me that drug money.
Wow!
Wow, we're already starting the drug alley, everybody.
Yep.
Just ruining it all for everybody. It's fine. But EA is like, okay, you're good with doing Battlefield. You're showing off the community. You're doing what you're needing to do to keep people in your line. I'm just worried about what you're doing with all the other games that the company is now slowly trying to sell off in sports. That's just making me look like, good to know that Battlefield is one of the few that isn't being totally ruined by various other developers in the actual same company.
Yeah, and it boils down to the aspect of that, and it's kind of like, as much as I'd absolutely hate to say it, look at not Microsoft, look at Mass Effect. We found out where their main development team is going when it comes down to EA, and it's kind of like, so basically you gave it to the B team. Damn it! Oh wait, that's for sale. Okay, I'm buying the one next to you. So it boils down to the aspect that yes, EA is doing good. BioWare, I've been following you since fucking Baldur's Gate. What happened? That's my only comment there. So, Jimmy, do you have any comments?
I can't even give any comment on that one.
No, I don't do the whole Battlefield scene, man.
Okay. Just my comment being, if anybody has anything to say, please chime up. We will get to you.
Including our chats.
Yeah, including chat. So, and then we have next on the list the FIFA tournaments. I don't really think I need to say anything to that because it's soccer. Luna, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Football.
I'm updating Twitter.
Mm.
My bad. Because
So-
Twitter decided it didn't want to be my friend.
Where'd my phone
Also,
go?
don't pay any attention to my brother in the background. He just yelled something to Mars because, you know, love and hate relationship occurs in this chat room, so...
Yes, it usually does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Alright.
Just wanting to make sure on that part.
Loves to hate.
What else was on EA's weird bandwagon list? FIFA, again, it's following the same road of...
Yes, FIFA's following the same road.
Yeah, FIFA's just following the same line of packs everywhere. You're gonna have to spend it in case you actually want to play the game correctly. But Need for Speed, though, ooh.
Now, to be completely honest, Need for Speed, yes, is good, but it's kind of...
Why is that?
Need for Speed Payback, I didn't like the last Need for Speed.
I have
I
to.
wasn't a big fan.
I didn't know when the last Need for Speed was actually out, so I'm just like, oh, they actually made another one. Oh.
It's been about
I
5
get 2
years,
fucking
I
shots out of this before it's fucking dead.
What game are you playing, One Way?
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein! Yay, draw a card, let's see what I got.
Wolfenstein!
Oh,
So,
sweet.
anyway, Need for Speed Payback.
Oh, that's why.
This is a game that's about revenge, and it's not always driving in first, which I like about that aspect. And I also like that this game has a decent campaign from what they showed.
I just
And the
wish
fact that it's
that
open
they
world.
showed. I just wish that they showed more people screwing up on the actual driving test feature, and just having them like skid around the whole highway as they're just trying to get to the main truck scene before somebody slams out of the back line and is pretty much just showing off the newest car.
Yeah.
Hashtag Michael Bay. But
Yeah.
keep in mind that this game is not coming out until late 2018, so they have some time to get stuff together when it comes to that aspect, because this was only a demo that they had to show for E3. They said they were going to have these other modes, but they weren't ready to show it yet because it's still in early development in that aspect. We don't have a current release date besides late 2018 as of this moment.
Nah, well, we'll see what that goes.
But I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I hope that they actually do bring in some of the better games from like if they can bring back a lot of the features of like good multiplayer games where you're just able to ride around, pretty much can do races, have a good bunch of fun with it, while still having a good storyline that isn't about Dami Nagoni just fucking driving around trying to get revenge on everybody left and right. I'd be perfectly fine with that. Because again, I'd rather it not follow the same revenge, counter-revenge, revenge, counter-revenge throughout the Need for Speed series. I want it to follow a completely different set group of people that can pretty much just keep the story good enough and still have the action of not Michael Bay, but at least Need for Speed.
But something, yeah.
Stop
Something in
laying
the
on
mix.
pieces next to me!
Nope. Psychic AR Mars, do you have any comments?
I agree.
I don't follow the Need for Speed series.
Okay. But
Yeah,
if you have any comments, please tell me. We will get your comments in. I just don't want to leave anyone out. I know you guys are just sitting there all nice and quiet, and it's kind of like, oh well, there's like 3 people
Sorry?
dominating the conversation right now with games.
Yeah, I mean, Battlefield and Need for Speed aren't really. I haven't really played Need for Speed for a while, and Battlefield I never got into.
I mean, I played a bit of Battlefield, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the DLCs are going to be like. It gives them a chance to kind of make it up for the new maps that they released in the previous DLC.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing I can say to that is if they get it released on time this time, that'd be great.
Right, yeah, exactly.
If they actually stay to their deadlines, then perhaps we could just be a bit happy.
Maybe they won't shut down more companies. I mean,
And
said
speaking
what?
of shutting down companies, what are your thoughts on the newest game that they released on Way Out? Because I was a little bit surprised that they actually had an indie developer. Though then again, I do remember last E3 that they did have an indie develop team of where they were showing off a game. Though oddly enough, they have not been appearing ever so much in pretty much news recently.
that
even though
gets
they
to the
said that it was
EA
supposed to
Creators
release out.
Program.
Yeah, I think that's just like a pit that EA is just making of where they're like, oh look, we have these new indie developers that we're showing off, and then they just throw them off to a pit, and we don't hear about them until the game's finally finished, or until something weird goes down of where, oh, the game got canceled. Wait, what? I was rooting for the game, and you don't hear
Yeah.
back from them. Though I am liking the design of the game, though, of where it's pretty much a game of where you and your friend can pretty much try to escape prison. It does
Yeah.
have its own good flaw. It does have its own good things that it's just like, oh, Luna,
Oh.
I feel bad for you. Wait, what?
I went to go and got my $200. I don't know where you are.
No,
But-
I just watched you go back 3 spaces, that's why. But I am happy, though, that they are trying to give that a game that is trying to go for that good co-op of split screen. Because
Yeah.
when's the last time that we've seen a game with split screen and it was intentional?
Borderlands?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, besides that good gem of a game, any other games of where they had it is rare, to say the least.
I mean, I was going to say Minecraft.
No, good
Don't-
games. Good games.
We don't want to talk about. That's also on the ballot for 4K. We gotta let that be. Besides that, I do think that the game is good and how it does have good consequences with you and your guy, because essentially it's gonna make you both really happy about it. Is there any word on NBA per se?
Well, going back to,
It's back to the
A Way
sports
Out.
games.
Back to the sports games. After they show Good Hope, then they just strike it back into sports.
Yeah.
yeah, but with
I mean-
the way out, if they don't nail it right on the head, then they're gonna have a problem. Because if they nail it on the head, they're gonna have a really innovative game that's gonna be unique. Because like you guys said, besides Borderlands, nothing is actually forced co-op. This game is a forced co-op game.
Mm.
So there is no single player aspect. You can't go and play this by yourself if you want to. You have to play with another player. So that means their servers have to be good. If their servers aren't good, then you're going to have a problem right then and there.
Yeah, let's not talk about
Yeah.
EA servers, shall we?
Exactly.
No.
That's the problem that we're going to end up seeing. If they
If-
nail it
if
on
they-
the head and can figure that problem out, then hallelujah.
If they-
If not, they're
if-
going to take a hit for it. And
if
Brothers of
anything,
Tale of Two
Luna-
Sons was a great game.
If anything, I think that they should follow the For Honor system of being able so that you and your friend can pretty much just share the internet together, and then you just play the game. You don't have to worry about online multiplayer. You're not having to worry about any of that. It's just you play the game, you like it, has a good emotional feel to you and your friend, and you survive what I can tell to be the South.
Oh my god.
I don't think they said where
it was at, but like some of the speech does indicate that it's Midwestern or it's Southern, because one of the characters I think is from Chicago.
Oh, Mars, you just spent $338 on a property.
Yeah.
It's a property I didn't have.
If they can nail it on the head, then it'll be good, but I am a little concerned about that game because...
Yeah, I'm also concerned of it magically disappearing from anyone's sight until it's either done and the game is fully redone in the way that they didn't show it from E3, or it just gets canceled.
Why do I not have backup? Fucking sad.
We'll have to see in the end.
Yeah. And then NBA Live 2018... I mean, I don't really need to say anything to that because that's in the same boat as Madden, FIFA.
Mm-hmm.
So that, yeah, NBA Live 2018 features 5v5 online. Okay, anyway.
Though, when I was looking throughout many of the comments about those games, they actually got semi-pissed off because they weren't showing multiplayer. They were showing off all the story modes, to which many players, they don't really give 2 cents about those games. About the storyline. They actually just want to play championship in order to get their characters to be the best of the best. Which was a little bit odd for me, because last E3, they did do a bit of storyline, but they showed off multiplayer, which was what actually showed off a lot of people to buy the game.
Yeah, there are some people... There are some people that buy it for multiplayer only. To be completely honest, at times... I play a hell of a lot of multiplayer, yes, but I also play a hell of a lot of story. You want me to get suckered into a game? Give me a damn good story. That is all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just that this game is notoriously known for a competitive feel, which is why in Battlefield they showed off nothing but the multiplayer. Because they know that's where they're going to sell it best.
Oh yeah, definitely. For those who do play NBA Live, there will be a demo that launches in August that will carry over to the main game if you choose to buy it.
Yes. And then let's get to the big one. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh.
What more do I really need to say? First off, let's look back at Battlefront 1. Yes, it had its major flaws. Yes, they did think that it was a bad idea for certain aspects of the game to actually be in there. And I will have to say, learned from their mistakes. They're bringing the class system back, which I'm a little bit surprised about, to be completely honest.
I'm perfectly fine that they're bringing back the game of what it originally was, which is get Darth Maul as quickly as possible, and pretty much see if they can actually destroy everything. Because when you look at those final game stats, Darth Maul was up top. And it was like, yeah, that's pretty much how the normal game went off. If you can get as many kills as possible, get Darth Maul, or at least a ship of some sort, and do a whole bunch of damage, you pretty much showed you were a badass. But what I'm truly worried about Battlefront 2 is the DLC that they're saying. And how that they're also adding caches. Which I'm like, please let it just be cosmetic. Because some people have been saying that they might be giving out equipment that perhaps may change up the game of where you might actually get bonuses to said characters that you play as.
Which I have no comments on.
They have a battle point system, but that system is only gained by meeting objectives. So, say for instance, players who have like a Call of Duty aspect and sit there in camp, yes I said it, they won't benefit from this. They will only get points for meeting the objectives that are preset into the game or preset into the matches.
Yeah, but what I'm worried. Yeah, but what I'm worried about is paying for the caches that you can pick up.
No, you know it's gonna happen because look at Mass Effect. That is not a competitive multiplayer game, and they still have the cash. They still have the boxes to get.
Well, no, because the thing is that
Even Overwatch,
Star Wars
even
Battlefront 2,
Yeah.
due to what they said, all DLC for that game is completely free, but in order to get their payments for DLC and whatnot, they're pretty much saying that you will get caches as you play along, but you can also buy extra caches.
So they're pulling an Ubisoft with For Honor.
That's what they're doing. And yeah, and it's
Everybody's
like,
doing
oh,
that, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Overwatch
that's the
is
thing,
doing
though.
that. Everybody's doing that now. That's how you're making money.
Isn't Siege doing that,
Yeah.
Lieutenant?
Yeah. Siege, you can pay for stuff. But you can buy packs that get you boosts on your renown, which is how you buy stuff.
That's
in the
what
game.
That's what makes me truly terrified of fucking Star Wars Battlefront 2. That it starts out great, and then people start figuring out that the caches come out. Then it's just gonna be like, oh, okay. Our team just got completely wiped out because of the Darth Maul that had extra boosts to the force powers, the ability to throw his lightsaber, pretty much everything that makes him great is just boosted up even more to the point of where people cannot stop him. Yeah.
Pay me the drug money.
Here, have my $10. I still got more money than you.
That's fine. You still just
Nafi-
paid me drug money.
Nafi needs as much money as possible.
No, I need as much money as possible.
Yeah, poor Mars over here only has $350 left.
So, speaking of pulling an Ubisoft, that leads into the Ubisoft conference.
Woo!
Which my comment then there is... Let's look at the first thing on the list, ladies and gentlemen. Mario and Rabbids. Why?
Mario Edition.
I don't even know any... Why is that a
I don't
thing?
know. I think so. I love the factor that Ubisoft was able to get the rights from our lovely and very nice Nintendo executive, that he was able to give it up just to make an awesome game that, from what I've seen so far from just gameplay, looks like a good XCOM. Though it makes me really worried, why in the heck is Mario in this world mixed with rabbits? And yet,
I don't
the
know.
sad part about it all, where the heck is Rayman in all this?
Dead? Okay, let's take a step back real quick.
Having a new game, but that was outside of E3. But supposedly a Rayman game is coming.
All right, guys.
I know, but I
let's
just
take
want
a
him
step
in the
back.
game.
Let's take a step back with the Ubisoft conference. Yes, we'll get back to the Mario and Rabbids thing. There's one major thing that I did not like about the Ubisoft conference this year. Where the fuck was Aisha Tyler?
Sadly, they did not have enough money to pay for her trip there, and she just decided, no, I'm not going to show up.
That's my comment. Where the fuck was Aisha Tyler? She is amazing. Why was she not at the Ubisoft conference? She has been there for like the past, I can't even say 6 years now because she wasn't at that one. She was there from like 11 to 16.
I agree with you, Naki.
I know, and
Well, yeah.
it's just
If you
her
can't
not
pay
there
for the
was
trip-
kind of like a shot shooting me in the face right now with that, and it's kind of like, where the hell is Aisha Tyler? Like, the only reason I would have watched your entire conference, Ubisoft, is because of her commentary. She's the best commentary. Hi, Archer. Anyway. So that made me sad. Ubisoft, you dropped the ball on that one. Where was Aisha Tyler? What the fuck? Back to the point.
I'm actually gonna see where she was at that time.
Thank you. Back to the point of Mario and Rabbids. Ugh.
That's some creepy stalker
I like
shit.
the fact that it's not a typical Mario game and it's not a typical Rabbids game, because they're going to take aspects of both games and throw them together. Because it's going to be a platformer and a tactical strategy game, which, if done right by both Ubisoft and Nintendo, will actually be pretty fun.
Yeah. If done
so
right.
Far
It'll be like,
so far with just the
tactics in a sense.
yeah, and that's why I was like, if they can make it well, I can actually truly approve. The whole scene involving the actual creator of the Mario and Rabbids actually crying at the scenery, which to me, I actually felt nice about that. Because they actually showed a scenery of him actually crying when they were showing off his game, and everyone was like, well, why is he crying? And they said, well, I didn't even think that he got the game done.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that they had a lot of shit to, like, they had a lot of hoops to jump through, and it was just, there was a lot of shit that happened with that one. But anyway, does anybody else have any comments on the Mario and Rabbids game?
Besides the fact that the game will be released on the Switch in a little more than 2 months, because it comes out on the 29th, so it's right around the corner. I'm excited for it, even though I don't have a Switch yet. When I do get a Switch, it's on my list.
I was gonna say, on my opinion about it, it's like, I want to see how well it will come out, because, like, I'm, like, iffy about it. I'm still, like, I will have to see gameplay of it.
And so far, with just many of the major YouTubers have actually been given access to the game, and some of the actual gameplay just reminds me definitely of XCOM, and it's like, okay, it's a good fresh start of actually having a game that's fun. Because if say for instance, if I had a kid, I would start them out with that and then give them XCOM and see where they go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
It helps out in a way of actually getting kids interested in turn-based games without being too gritty and too realistic or too futuristic, to say the least, with the recent XCOM game that recently got out.
Oh my god, XCOM, the most recent XCOM, it was brutal.
Mm-hmm. What better way than to start your kids out by playing this game instead?
Right? Also, to the 9 people actually watching us in chat, and you can proceed in with the conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. We're only sitting here playing Monopoly and ripping apart E3, making sure everyone has an opinion. So, does anybody else have any comments or thoughts on Mario and Rabbids?
Nope. No, I think you guys nailed it all.
Okay. Anyway, moving to it. There's like 2 things on here that I don't want to talk about. New Assassin's Creed, it's in Egypt. Okay.
Okay.
During the Sony conference, because
yeah,
they go into a lot more depth in Sony's conference, so we're gonna skip Assassin's Creed for the moment.
New Assassin's Creed, it's called Assassin's Creed Origins, comes out October 24th for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC and Switch.
It's Egypt Witcher. Just put it there.
Yeah, it's the Egyptian Witcher. So it boils down to that, and I'm just like, okay, we've already talked about a racing game. Now let's talk about the Crew 2. No, that's that.
No.
South Park.
No. South Park.
Sorry, the Crew, into the team, but your game honestly looked like crap, so...
Sorry, Crew, if I wanted to play you, I would go play GTA. Anyway.
So let's talk about the most controversial thing.
Actually,
the fractured butthole.
I think the first one
doesn't make a
wasn't
lot
bad.
of sense.
The first Crew wasn't bad.
I personally did not like it because it was just so blasé, and I'm sitting here and it's just like, it's good in its own sense. Yes, it is an excellent game in its own sense, but at the time, there are a lot of better racing games out. That and with that racing game, they had Drive Club to compete against. Drive Club dominated the Crew. But we have a new Forza coming out, and yes, this is veering into PlayStation and, oh god, this is veering into PlayStation and Sony's conference. We have Forza 7 coming out, Microsoft. We have Gran Turismo Sport coming out, Sony. I don't even need to go into that anymore. Right there, it is like, those are the 2 best racing games on the market. I've played both, I can have my opinion for both, and to be honest, Forza is good, you are a phenomenal racing game. Drive Club, you're good, yes, but Gran Turismo versus Forza is what it boils down to. I gotta go with GT because I grew up on that game. I played a hell of a lot of Forza as well. I've played both. I have an Xbox, PS4, Wii U, hopefully soon to be a Switch, I gotta go with GT.
I would have to agree with that as well, because GT has kept up with its standards and has been improving ever since. And that's
Besides
why I'm like,
GT6's...
Yeah. Again, when you start rising up to the top, you'll have some slips.
Yeah.
It normally happens with every game.
But let's get back to the most controversial game that they said. South Park. Bet
you can't even say it.
Come on.
Hold on, let me get this out. I swear to God I can do it. South Park, the fractured butthole.
Pretty much the best
there you go, guys.
representation of Marvel versus DC. And I love every second of it. Because it like, already... have you guys seen the... have you guys seen the trailer for what they've actually given you?
Oh my God.
It is the worst thing ever, because there are some people who have actually reviewed it of where their characters are in the game, and the actual mission that you're playing is that you're trying to find a stripper in a strip club.
It's South Park.
And at one point, you are actually mistaken for a stripper, and you have to do a lap dance by farting.
You forget the biggest thing of the first South Park game.
You guys talk about the second one like you haven't played the first one. Like, the first one was just as bad.
Yeah, I'm getting to that, Psychic, thank you.
It's on my list of things I want to play.
Here's the worst thing about it. You guys forget, if you played it in the first one, if you're going down the house lines, you see a guy fucking a horse.
Exactly.
I don't even need to go into that anymore. That's
not to mention.
Okay.
when you're shrunk by the little dwarf people and you're going through the walls fighting the rats, you see the parents having sex in their bedroom.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like.
And then afterwards,
ladies and gentlemen,
when you turn
I
back
love
to
you
normal,
so much.
You pretty much get smacked by your dad's balls, and then you get turned back to normal. Which I'm like,
God.
Like, South Park, you are throwing as many curveballs as possible, and I thank you for that. And I like it that even though they're still going down the rabbit hole, they're still making the game interesting to the point of where, because just the overall playstyle, from what I've seen, they definitely improved it, and that's why I'm like,
oh my God.
It has to be a play
It's
game.
just South Park in general to me. Just everything that they do is just
all the Easter eggs, everything throughout that game is just perfect, and it's like,
you guys push the limit. You absolutely push the limits, and that's why I love South Park. You guys are phenomenal. No wonder why it's taken forever for your next season to get out. I want to watch it. Because you're doing that. Please make this game phenomenal. I know you guys can, and anybody from South Park, if you're listening right now, keep it up.
Exactly.
I love the South Park series.
But still on the South Park
game on the cell phone.
Yes. Staying on that South Park kick, South Park Phone Destroyer. Yeah, that's what the new South Park game on mobile is called. It's called Phone Destroyer, and it releases sometime fall 2017. That is actually tantamount with I'm just gonna say it. That is tantamount with Fractured Butthole's release, which is on October 17th. Which means those games could release essentially in the same day. Ha! No boardwalk for you. So that's that. South Park, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it.
Could we have some of your stuff, please, so that we can train this off to other games? Can we have the drugs that you're taking? Because we definitely need them.
Just whatever
Please,
you're
just
on
start
South
handing
Park
them out.
Studios, I want some. You guys are amazing, and I love it. Okay, VR title transference. We don't know what the hell that is.
Let me look it up.
Try to Google it, and you know what I found?
Nothing.
A car.
Yeah, that's it. So let's move on from that.
A GT car. But that game comes out in early 2018, so
Luna,
it's
play.
like right around the bloody corner. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
And it's like, okay, how are you gonna announce a game and not tell us anything about it?
So there's that. So let's move on to the other like major big announcement that came out
Oh, that.
for. Oh damn it! Here's your filthy drug money.
What, Skull and Bones?
Yes.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have. Hold on, you're gonna love this one. We have Assassin's Creed 4. It was a good game, Black Flag. I loved it. That was probably the last one that I loved. But they had a feature in Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed 4 that they perfected it on with using the ship. They perfected it and turned it into its own game. If you've played For Honor, yes, For Honor has its problems, but they have a new pirate IP, you heard that right, called Skull and Bones. It's supposed to release fall 2018, so there's that.
Oh.
So they're definitely releasing it out early just so that everyone's all happy about it, and that, again, it's pretty much For Honor on the seas. And you're just fighting up against everyone, and you're having a good time on the seas, blasting each other away with cannons, and to see who's the best of the best on a team of what they currently showed was a
5v5?
Which
Yes,
is just
5v5.
Okay.
Which is just devastating if you're dealing with islands.
Yeah.
Because then it's just like, then there's just a whole bunch of explosions all throughout this place. People on the islands are freaking out because you don't know what the heck is happening. There's just pirates everywhere.
So
keep in mind though that was pre-alpha gameplay that they showed during E3, so things could change between now and then. But they are having an open beta. Well, as of right now, I believe they said it was an open beta, which makes no sense. Why are they showing pre-alpha if there's a beta right now? But
because that is actual gameplay. But yeah, I just called you out, Ubisoft.
Are you interested in buying this property?
Snowdrop Engine, Amiibo-capable game Starlink, Battle of Atlas announced that uses Amiibo-style Legos. For the Switch, releases fall 2018. There's very little news on that. It's a campaign-based game. It's basically Lego
fun.
Amiibos.
Yeah, it seemed fun until they pulled out the Lego Amiibos, and then it's just like, oh, this is pertaining to mostly people with toys, and then pretty much just dropped from there for most people.
Yeah. Steve?
What?
Steve?
What was it, Luna?
Go on, Luna.
I'm a little bit excited for that game because it looks like it's going to be cool, but it's like you said, the fact that you need Amiibo in order to get a full, or these Lego pieces in order to get a full thing, it's like, meh, but it looks like it could be fun.
AR?
They said the same thing about Skylanders years and years and years ago, and look where that game went, so who knows?
AR?
With Steve, I was selected for the closed and open beta.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It wasn't that bad of a game. There's still a lot of things they can do to it to make it a lot better.
God damn it.
That's my opinion on
These
it.
are filthy drug money.
Personally, I wish there's some stuff they can improve on.
So, Steep, releasing a new expansion December 5th. I don't really think we need to go into that because it's officially sponsored by the Winter Olympics. Far Cry 5, Hope County, Montana. I mean, it's a Far Cry game. We already know what's going to happen with it. And then, let's get to the last big announcement, Beyond Good and Evil 2. I just filled the cup.
You should have heard him during the actual conference.
You should have filled it up long before.
Oh my god, I did lose my shit. For that entirety of that aspect, I lost my shit because I saw Pig, and I was just like, ah, oh my god, I know what this is! But, here's the kicker,
Yeah,
they're
there
saying...
wasn't anything for Cyberpunk at E3, you're right, Dad.
It's a prequel to the original Beyond Good and Evil.
I know, but here's the thing. I saw Jade.
And that's what many people are like, is this Jade before all that shit occurs? And then everyone's like...
It is officially a prequel to the game.
Damn it.
Yeah. That's why everyone's been saying, then how would Jade be there, or is this monkey just switching off partners left and right?
Monkey is still funny. I love that guy.
From what I have seen, it is 20 years before Beyond Good and Evil begins.
Yeah.
Jade wouldn't even be alive by then because
check,
she was like 25 in the first one.
So she was only a mere baby in
Jade has a sister, and that's where it's gonna come out from. It's gonna be maybe a sister or something.
Maybe.
Some kind of
Okay.
relation to Jade.
Yeah, that's how the monkey. The better question is, how old is that monkey then? Because
That monkey is old if that's the case.
Yeah, that's why I'm like he was really limber in the original game. Like, is he like not even a monkey? Like he's just a cyborg in disguise that no one's telling him?
He's actually a synth.
Keep in mind, monkeys actually have the same lifespan as a human.
I know, it's just that, like, with what capabilities he had in the first game, he was pretty limber. I'm just worried about how limber is he going to be 20 years in the past. Like, is he just going to be able to do all of those crazy jumps and hoops? Then, by all means, make that into a good game. I am very hopeful of that because the newest producer for that game was also the person that made Rayman, the most recent Rayman game, for, I think, Wii U?
Mm-hmm.
And so far, everyone's been liking him, so everyone's giving him that.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Did anyone not even want to talk about Far Cry 5, or are we just saying it's just Far Cry and we just carry on our normal way?
It's Far Cry. It's like Crew.
Yeah. All gameplay is followed by that.
I like what they're trying to do with Far Cry in the sense of it.
That you're no longer in a dictatorship area, but in fact you're just in the south?
No, it's Montana.
It's Montana, it's a cult-driven
society.
Even though it's current time, it looks like you're back in the 15th century, so it's like... Not 15th century.
Just with cars.
Got 50, the 70s, maybe 60s era.
Luna, you're lagging.
There. Why?
Yeah, your stream derped.
Oh.
What do the cards have to say?
But
also, Mars, what is happening to you, man? You are like just getting like steamrolled.
He keeps getting money. Anyway, getting back to the last few subjects, does anybody have any comments on just the rest of the Ubisoft conference?
Nope.
AR?
Nope.
Psychic?
Nada.
Team Rocket?
Nah.
Okay, so... And then we move on to the very short Bethesda conference.
Oh boy.
So we're going to talk about Skyrim?
Are we going to talk about Skyrim, guys? You want to talk about Doom VR?
Skyrim?
Hold
so we're going
on,
to talk
hold
about
on.
the games that came out last year then.
Yeah. Luna actually wants to be here for that. So let's, as she tries to reset her stuff, Skyrim Switch. As she tries to reset her stuff and her stuff dies again,
Dwarven crabs.
My opening comment, what in God's holy name was with that opening?
I think they were trying.
Disneyland thing?
Yeah.
I think from what I've heard, Bethesda got a whole bunch of new people in their spare time because of Fallout 4 and all the other games that they were able to get more people to work on various games. But right now, they're currently they're in that standpoint or the mid-year that they don't have anything planned, but they know that they have to show up to E3. And as Luna
goes bankrupt.
skips in, are you back? Okay.
I
Luna!
think so, but I got kicked out.
Yep. And he went bankrupt.
I was doing good.
Wait, did she actually go bankrupt?
Yes.
What the heck, Luna? You were at like 1,000 or so. What?
Not anymore. I'll give it to you.
I got kicked out.
When that game's over, invite me to the next.
You bought fucking Monopoly?
Yeah.
Well, looks like we're resetting Monopoly, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys.
What?
I have to reset my PlayStation, so give me
Mars was doing so well!
I was! I owned all of the orange ones.
I didn't think that we're gonna have somebody buy Monopoly. So, as we sit here and wait for Luna to come back, Mars sucks! Getting back to the aspect of... Getting back to the aspect of the Bethesda conference,
They're in that mid-year. They had nothing planned, and they had to still show things up to the conference, or else they would have gotten a larger load of fans being pissed off at them.
Mm-hmm.
And
like, don't get me wrong. Go on,
like,
Jimmy.
I bet you the Bethesda's a lie.
The Bethesda is a lie.
Is. But have you heard what some people were thinking that...
Sorry, guys, I'm sending invites to people.
answers, they're lying to you, and it's not going to go far with Bethesda. Because right now, they're in that mid-year of doing research, trying to improve everything that they else have, and they're still trying to sell the game to people that don't.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just worried, are they still going to stick with the path line for horrible glitches that can make the game pretty much impossible to play?
No, that's a feature.
Yes, of course it's a feature. And they've been selling it for how many years? And then we continue on.
If I pick up a new Skyrim, I swear to God, and I can't jump up the side, straight up the side of a mountain, I will never play a Bethesda game again.
when I cannot sell a single bullet in Fallout 4 and get as much money as I need to buy everything out from a single guy in the game, yeah, no, that ain't gonna work. No, I can't play that game anymore. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't have the Bethesda touch to it.
All hail the Skyrim overlords.
It's just corrupting everything to the point of where it's just like, hey guys, let's start adding amiibos to the mix and see where that goes to.
Why?
And I'm just like, why?
Because who
Bethesda?
didn't want to play Skyrim as Link?
Here's my
after
comment.
They just released the new Zelda.
What creator did Bethesda get to make a dwarven mud crab?
There isn't a creator anymore. I think Bethesda just fell asleep at the wheel like 6 years ago when Skyrim released.
And the janitor's just throwing out old shit just so that they don't start asking questions as to why there's a whole development team dead on the side of the road. They're just throwing out stuff so that everything's good.
Don't get me wrong, I love Bethesda as a publisher for what they do. ESO, I still enjoy ESO, so blah on anybody who talks shit on it. My comment being is, why do they keep releasing Skyrim? I can understand Call of Duty
getting money for it.
I can understand Call of Duty releasing something every year, because they have 3 developers working on it, but they have released literally the same game every year for the past 6 years.
But people will buy it.
That's
why
the reason why.
So here's my thoughts.
Go on, sorry.
The Skyrim amiibo thing.
Oh, God.
I think that Bethesda wanted to get Skyrim on that Switch, right? And Nintendo gave them a list of demands.
Just asking for these small developers to be like, we will give you Mario, but you must give us something in return. And it's pretty much just like, and then it just goes downhill from there. Like, we already have rabbits and Mario.
Argonian amiibo make it happen. No. Just no.
You come to me on the day of Mario's birthday asking me for a favor.
When the hell did Shigeru Miyamoto become the godfather of all of the games? I don't see Sony stepping in. What, are they another family? Is Microsoft another family for exclusive games only? Yeah, that's a little bit odd.
Exclusive games? Microsoft? What? That's a thing? Since when?
Yes! That is a meme right now. Of where if you look at all their
Obviously
games...
they don't pay well. Mass Effect switched over. Tomb Raider came back.
Yeah.
I'm sad that Luna's not here right now to hear our rant about Bethesda. Just trying to save themselves as far as possible.
They're not even saving themselves anymore.
No. One thing that they did do, though, and I cannot say it yet, but Wolfenstein.
I gotta agree with that.
That's the only thing that they stepped up, and also what they gave to people at E3 was probably some of the best things ever, because did any of you guys hear what they actually gave out to people for free, to those that showed up to the conference? They had Chainsmokers come on stage, do a full performance, and then afterwards, everyone in the stage pretty much got free In-N-Out burgers and strawberry milkshakes.
Damn.
Yeah,
wow.
and everyone that watched it online got really pissed off, saying, "Well, we didn't get anything." And it's like you had to show up and pay for something, and you did get something out of it.
Mars, where'd you go? Oh, okay. Pretty much.
But yeah, no.
Oh,
that
I got
however,
DC'd.
They definitely stepped up. They definitely stepped up on that, at least on customers. Everything else that they showed up was just like, okay, I can accept that. You're doing something.
I got DC'd. Standard Ubisoft servers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, they're playing a Ubisoft game right now.
At least,
we're talking about
at least you didn't have to make a name and password and sign up for a fucking thing just to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Well, with Bethesda, if you want to make mods, you're gonna have to sign up, but that's perfectly fine.
Gives a shit about mods.
Problem with my internet. Yeah, okay, game.
All the other games, however, I think Luna might want to talk about, so I'm leaving those a little bit left alone. Besides that, though,
I think there's a problem with the Ubisoft servers. Oh, look, I'm in! Anyway,
was there
Mars,
any other games that made you a little bit weirded out?
Did Mars leave already?
I think he did.
Yeah. Well, he's playing Fallout 4.
Okay, Mars, how much longer are you actually going to be awake? Okay. But keep your 2 cents in as well. That's all I ask until you pass the fuck out. I'm just going to send you that because I'm an asshole.
Fine. We know that you normally pass out on the chat room. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As long as...
Invite. No, you haven't. You're doing good. Why is my controller not charging? That's my question.
Sony.
Blame Ubisoft again?
No,
Sure.
it's Sony.
No, it's Bethesda.
We can blame Sony. We can blame Ubisoft. We can blame Bethesda. They're all in the
I blame
mixing pot.
Microsoft.
Usually.
Yeah, no, we can blame Microsoft. Yeah, I could see that with their newest 4K graphics. To which
I'm
they
not
couldn't
even gonna
show
get
off
into that.
because, yeah, not yet, of course, because there's that whole. That's another meme that started up that I was like, oh, that's pretty good. That they just showed off good graphics, which is perfectly fine that they're actually stepping up their game. It's just like. Good.
There we go. Now I have the new controller. Let's charge this one. since this one died. There we go. So, that in itself, sorry ladies and gentlemen for all those blue screens, I needed to change controllers, and I couldn't find my controller. So, getting back to the Bethesda fiasco, Doom VFR, cup is filled again, that's all I have to say to that one.
Yeah. Doom?
Doom,
I was
Doom,
just about to
Doom,
ask where the
Doom,
Doom seagulls were.
Doom. Anyway, now that we have the Doom Seagulls out of the way.
Doom?
Thank you!
Oh my god.
It's amazing, I
There's
know.
Trainer Club, which is just paid mods.
Paid. I don't even want to talk about that because that pisses me off.
Everyone's getting super pissed off about it, but it's like, okay, here's the thing though. People will still get paid for doing mercenary grunt work on mod making. That's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. They're still getting paid if they're continuously updating the update, and if they're still keeping up with their demands within a weekly order.
Mm-hmm.
I see no problem with that. It's just that everyone's like, well, what if I don't want to buy the mods? And it's like, you can still download them. Doesn't state that it's not fully removing the modded community. It's just giving some of the actual mod makers a bit of extra cash.
Yeah, that's all that's doing. But there's other stuff that we have to talk about at the Bethesda conference. Luna, are you back alive with us?
I don't know. I'm trying.
Okay, well, let's get this out of the way, and The Evil Within 2.
Yes.
That was Luna filling the cup.
How do you know?
Huh?
That will be when Kingdom Hearts 3 is officially announced.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is never coming out.
I get a trailer next month, goddammit you.
Just
Anyway.
like Half-Life 3. It is never coming
Insane.
out.
And when it does, we're all dead. You understand that? We're gonna die by something. It's gonna be a disease, it's gonna be probably something involving politics. It's gonna be something that's gonna be like, well, we can't release the game, sorry.
Zombies.
Probably.
Zombies. We'll create a zombie virus to stop Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Yeah, yeah, of course. When Kingdom Hearts 3 gets released, maybe Gaben will actually have his heart grow 3 times that day.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Blasphemer!
Anyway.
Did any of you actually get interested with Dishonored 3?
Don't call me on my Ketzerai.
Ketzerai!
Same plan? Wait, Monsters and Blend? Oh, I'm trying.
Are you at
I heard
least
there was
happy-
heresy! I got here as fast as I could!
I heard it. Okay, here's one thing that I want to know. Are any of you liking the new Dishonored game at all?
I haven't even played it.
Well, no, Dishonored 3, the one that they released of where it's
That's
more-
not Dishonored 3.
It's in the same universe, but
It is in the same universe, yes.
you just don't have the mark on your
We
hand.
aren't even done with Evil Within yet.
We'll get back to that in a moment.
Yeah.
We have major games. We had a major game release from Bethesda recently, Prey, which I played the demo, and I thought it was actually a decent demo. I have the game, I haven't gotten around to playing it yet because, well, life. And I'm probably gonna stream it, I don't know. But Dishonored, yes, for what it is, I would consider it a good game, not $60 good. Prey, not $60 good, but for $30, totally good.
So, if anything, for the newest Dishonored game, wait till it goes down in sales.
Yes, for what, damn it, for what Dishonored, for what Prey, for what the first Dishonored is, they are excellent games, but not for $60.
No, Prey. I watched you play the Prey demo, and I $60 game. But now that it is starting to get price drops, go pick it up. Seriously.
I already have it. That's the thing.
I'm talking about the general public, not just you.
General public, yes. Prey, I will have to say, it is a good game, yes. For the prices that you can get it for right now, yes, get it. You will enjoy it. It has its flaws. Every game has its flaw. Well, Skyrim doesn't have flaws. They're all features.
Bullshit.
when the game can actually work with its features, it's perfectly fine.
But
still,
it boils down to it.
Times in Skyrim
Prey,
I've lost a
Dishonored, Dishonored 2 right now. Dishonored 2 and the new one, yes, they're good, not $60 good.
Oh, excuse me.
Thoughts?
Again, it kind of follows the idea that they're an
Can't
indie
trust
developed
offense
title.
anymore because of that game.
Because of Prey?
Yeah, you're gonna hate it.
No, I know. I already know. I already went in, I saw some of the shit, I was like, that chair is not there! And I fucking shot it!
Yeah,
And it was actually a chair, and then
you're definitely gonna love
And then
the
I
game,
shot
though.
the chair next to it and it was actually an alien.
It's pretty much just it's pretty much making us even more paranoid, yet also
No!
giving
Here's
us
what
some
it
cool
is!
weapons.
It is Dark Souls the FPS. Boom.
Now he started to think about that. Now he's like,
nothing is real in that game. It is all a mimic.
Play that game now, didn't he?
And the worst part about it is, oh my god, sweet. And the worst part about it is, they're actually called mimics. So I'm just like,
I know the game.
Oh, so this is how this game is gonna be. Oh, okay. Dicks.
Though I have to say though, the smaller mimics don't show up as often. It's just that, yeah, you're gonna be dealing with some monsters that are gonna be
That is
smacking you
horse
left and
shit.
right.
They do, and they can be literally
in the face.
Yeah,
With a
they
fucking
do.
blowtorch.
I'm not even.
The
I'm not
mimics
even
can literally be anything.
Yeah. They're a small monster that you have to deal with. I'm not gonna spoil anything else for you, but there are some larger things that don't even need to hide from you. They can pretty much walk up to you, and you can just be like, "Oh, I can't get away."
Oh,
and then you're just at that point of
you're big.
Yeah. Again, if you have the time to play Prey, play it.
Yeah, not for $60 though. Me personally,
No.
I had it on discount. Get it. If you can get it for not 60, go out, get it. You'll actually enjoy it. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it if you enjoy a really fucked up story. But disregarding
Dead Space, pretty much.
Dead Space, yes.
If you like BioShock,
That's it.
you'll have
It's a
a
mix
fun time.
between.
I
It's
like-
a mix between Dead Space and BioShock and aspects.
Yes.
I'm actually gonna say something about Prey.
Hey, Art.
Go right ahead.
It's like Prop Hunt.
Yes, it is prop hunt.
It's single player prop hunt, but the AI is just really wanting to screw with you.
The
everywhere.
AI will destroy you.
Though I have to say though, if you build yourself correctly in that game, at some point you'll just be going through it left and right.
Yeah.
You'll just become that powerhouse.
Well,
that
ain't
don't
you
have
a
to
lucky
worry.
little bastard with nothing to gain for it?
What are you talking about? There's nothing in there.
Ouch.
That's exactly what I say. You're a lucky little bastard, but you have nothing to gain from it.
You can't see it right now, but I'm actually flipping you off.
Yeah, I
Luna,
know.
Luna.
Oh.
Yeah, Luna.
Shots
It's
fired.
fine. It's fine. Free parking space is just a free space so that he doesn't land on any of your other properties. It's okay. You can completely turn off free space and just make that into a
I have free
holy
parking money,
trinity
though.
From, before you
I
pretty
didn't
much
make
make
this
that
route, did
painful alley, but it's fine. Is
more
anyone
fun that way.
actually interested towards Quake and their weird introduction to that game?
Oh,
my God.
Filled the second cup. You said Quake. Here's things that can fill the cup. Quake. Doom.
That is
Quake.
all. End of list.
Quake.
End of
Doom.
Yeah, I don't want to go to the
That's it. That's it. Quake,
Okay.
Doom.
Yeah, again, they kind of showed it off saying that they're trying to get back into the EA Sports thing, which I'm like, that's what EA is for. Stop trying to step into their property. It's not going to work well. Like, yeah, you're making Quake again. Congrats.
Here's
You're
the other
doing
thing,
well.
too.
Stepping into their property, EA doesn't work well because it's EA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Here's the other thing, too, about that. There's a third thing on that list as well. Unreal.
Yeah.
I grew up on Unreal. I love Unreal. Quake, Doom, Unreal. Yes.
The list has just grown in size.
Yeah,
no, it's only grown in size about 50%. I was gonna say if it was 100%, then yes, but it's 50% increase. So
doesn't alter the fact that it has in fact grown in size.
But they are making a new Unreal, which is amazing, and I want it. I wish I had my rig because I miss fucking playing Unreal 4.
Go away.
Besides that, were any of you a little bit weirded out that they were trying to hit the cash bank of EA players of just pretty much playing for sports alone for that game? Because I know Quake did start out like that, and that's what actually started up pretty much CSGO and all the other tournament-like games. It's just that they sold it off to the point of where it's like, if you want to become the original players...
Pay me the drug money.
Persistence is the key to success.
Give me the drug money.
Wow,
You can
those
stay
doubles
here.
are really hurting you guys, isn't it?
So...
So
I
on
don't actually have a
to Luna's
problem with
cup, Phil.
Hey.
Okay, continue on. Sorry. I thought you wanted to talk about Evil Within.
Oh, I do. Trust me, I do. But I want to answer your question of how we feel about Quake with their tournaments and stuff. They're not gonna go to the point of EA, or so they claim. They are Quake and Bethesda is like the mothership for
Your time has come.
Most tournament games.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the proper term for it. I'm sitting here like, help me.
So...
But they are like the mothership of it, so they know what they need to do to get things done. They know what they need to do to get it done right.
Yeah.
EA is still trying to learn that.
And Quake already has it, Doom already has it, Unreal already has it.
Are they trying? Is EA really trying?
No.
I have to give
No.
them the benefit of the doubt as a gamer.
Yeah, again, you give them the
I
benefit
also
of the doubt.
gave them
It's
the
just
benefit of the doubt as well as a gamer. And I found out that at this E3 that the B team programmed and created Mass Effect Andromeda, and the A team was with Anthem.
We'll get to Anthem in a minute.
No,
We'll get to
that's
that.
all I'm
We'll
saying
get to
about that.
Yeah, again, just be in mind that that's what they were working on, and that, again, these companies are companies.
Let's proceed on. Oh God, roll dice.
Evil Within.
My bad. Let's proceed on. Skyrim, yes. Evil Within 2, yes. Hold on. We have two major releases. We start off with Evil Within 2. Luna.
I'm excited. I love the Evil Within series. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually streaming it right now on my Twitch channel. Yes, I shamelessly plugged, and yes, I just did that. But it is a good game. A lot of people gave it a lot of shit because it was trying to be Resident Evil. Well, with Resident Evil falling between 5 and 6, and now coming back with 7, Evil Within is what game that people who wanted Resident Evil got. So Bethesda turned around and slapped Capcom across the face and said, "No, we got this." So the fact that they are actually bringing it to,
Oh, heck
is like so
yeah.
exciting to me.
Fuck you.
That's why I'm really excited for that.
I got both of them.
Oh, go die.
It's like,
If only she owned all the railroads,
Yeah.
then you would be really pissed off.
but yeah, if I'm definitely gonna have to sit here because it comes out in October. I'm definitely gonna have to finish
There's a
Evil
lot
Within
of
and the
games that are really
DLC.
good coming out during October that I'm like, why are they throwing them out at this time? Like, you're really hitting
Like
that
physical
ballpoint.
copy of Friday the 13th will be out in October as well, so you can actually get a physical copy of that game.
I am.
I mean, yes, it's in the PlayStation Store now. You can get it if you want a digital copy, but if you want a physical copy of that Kickstarter game, it will be out in October.
The funny thing is, I already have that game on.
So Friday the 13th is coming out on
Can't
Friday the
hear
13th,
AR,
so
guys.
I can finally stop saying to people no.
AR, what were you saying?
I was already have that ready to be pre-ordered.
Good. Good. Anyway. Luna, waiting for you to play.
Does anyone have any stipulations with Wolfenstein?
Jimmy?
Well, I'm playing the first one now, and I'm enjoying the first one. I actually started playing it simply because of the new one came out.
Well,
so
yeah, no, everyone's been doing that, and so far they've been saying the game's good. It actually had a good storyline. A bit darker than what the original story was intended for, but they've been keeping up with it. And I'm like thinking, you did pretty good with Wolfenstein, and you're making a new game while sticking with both the era of which Blazkowicz starts out in, which is the 60s, and all of that acid trip goodness. But it also kind of shows up with new tech that the engineer that Blazkowicz meets up with in the first game. Because many people have been speculating on that part, which I was like, congrats if they're still continuing on with it.
Yeah, just is like, gimme.
And any more thoughts, Jimmy, since you're actually playing the first one right now?
I mean, I hope they keep up with what they were going with in the
Yes,
beginning of
Nightos,
this.
Jimmy, yes. Just yes.
From what I've heard, AR, I think they're trying to become more funny with the game, which, again, is what it was originally intended it to be. Because if you play the first game, there's just Robot Hitler that you're just like, oh, yeah, that's pretty much how this game's gonna be, it's good. Or where you were being attacked by Pac-Man monsters in the first part.
I would laugh if you gotta go to jail card again.
I'm gonna cry. Hey, get it!
Satan? So,
I'll definitely take it.
But overall, I think Wolfenstein will be better on that chance of actually making a good game.
Luna, your internet's lagging again.
Life.
And from what I can tell, the first level, you're pretty much in a wheelchair. So that's going to be fun to play.
Luck is not on my side. That is on
Luna's.
Yep. She probably got DC'd again. But do we have anything?
How does he fucking breach a wall?
Do we have anything else sitting on the Bethesda conference?
I don't think so.
No. Again, it's mid-season, can't really be pissed off at them, you're just gonna have to continue on with it, and hope that they make up some new stuff.
Okay.
I think what they're doing here is their trickery. It's all trickery.
That's their normal features that they normally hand out to people. That's what Bethesda's known for.
Yeah.
Trickery?
Yeah. They said that Skyrim was going to be a flawless game with no glitches, and yet I can climb up the largest mountain with a horse. Sideways.
There was no glitches. That was all features.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything that they call, like, they lie, and then they have the glitches placed in there just as features in order to sell the game even more.
So, if we're on our final words of Bethesda conference, yeah, alright. Short, but alright. Let's proceed on to the first major player of the gaming industry. The Microsoft conference.
Exclusive galore.
Exclusive as in how?
Every single game that they posted it said exclusively for Microsoft systems.
Here's the kicker.
Which I was like,
Here's the kicker. You didn't pay attention to it. They said launch exclusive. Launch exclusive. That's all I have to say to that.
Means eventually.
Yeah. And then they have to go and be massive dicks. Yes, Microsoft, I'm calling you out on this right now. Because first off, fuck you. Second, do not show Metro, one of my favorite series of all time. Have the books, have the games. I want a movie. Do not show Metro, which we damn well know is not going to stay an exclusive on the Xbox, at your conference first off. Show something like Halo, Forza, or something that you know is actually exclusive.
I don't know if they should be pushing Halo anymore, man. Halo is a dying breed.
Yeah, I know. Tank, I know it's not, but they pushed it to be an exclusive. Like, showing that, oh my god, it's Metro! It's gonna be... No. Metro has never been exclusive. It took a little bit for
Microsoft just pretty much gave them the money to show it at that conference.
Yeah, and it's just like, no. You guys are... Why?
Again, the factor is that when I saw Metro Exodus, I thought, okay, this seems fine to show off as the first thing. Though, their first thing was to show off the newest system that, its name title alone seems like somebody's player profile name. And it makes me sad that that actually became that now.
It's made you waste $170.
Cool. Still got it for cheaper than it would have been.
Are you talking about that over glorified PlayStation 4 Pro?
No, yeah. We're not talking about that yet. Now we are. So, from what Metro was to the so-called Project Scorpio, ladies and gentlemen, Project Scorpio, which is literally just called the Xbox One X. Microsoft, I'm sorry. Microsoft, I'm not sorry. That is the worst name you could have ever come up with.
I mean, I think it's to do with the fact that it makes the acronym Xbox, but...
I know, I saw that and I kind of puked. I was like, no, that didn't just...
What? Yeah, no, keep vomiting, it's fine. It's fine. What I was happy about, and I'm a bit sad that now that I think about it, I had so many good games from the original Xbox series. Microsoft said that both for their original Xbox One and the other system, they're going to allow various games from the original Xbox series, and if you have the disc in hand, you can essentially play those games.
Yeah.
And you can have them downloaded to your system, which I was like, that is perfect. And no one would ever bitch about that. Like, Microsoft, you just sold your system easily. Screw Project Scorpio. Yeah, you're making a good system that if someone wants to buy a $500 system, go right on ahead.
We'll get to that in a moment. Here's the kicker with Microsoft bringing in original Xbox games. I played a hell of a lot of original Xbox games when it came down to it, because there was a series near and dear to my heart that is never coming out on PlayStation 4 called Kingdom Under Fire.
What series is that?
Let me see. Love Kingdom Under Fire because it had the action and RTS aspects in the game, and it was just like, this game is absolutely amazing. I have Crusades and I have Heroes. I have both of them, and if I can play those on my Xbox One, I will. Like, I love those games because I grew up on those games. Tactically, that is probably one of the greatest games ever, but it boils down to it if they let it. So it's kind of like, guys, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot right now if you don't bring some of the, like, old cult games back. That is a cult game. So, getting to the aspect of The Xbox, just Xbox. I can't even call it a different name other than just Xbox.
Just call it Box One.
The Box One.
Xbox Pro.
Yeah, the Xbox Pro.
Box One. This Box One seems like the best right now because everyone's just gonna be like, "Yep, it's Box One." No, there's nothing different. There's nothing new. It's just we have the best system.
No, you don't. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker with the Xbox One X. Xbox. I'm just gonna shoot myself now. Anyway, here's the kicker with that. I understand that you are trying to push 4K. I completely understand that. You are shooting yourself in the face by putting liquid cooling in a home console. I can understand it in a computer.
No. They're not shooting themselves in the face. Let's get that one straight right now. They are shooting their customers in the face.
Okay, no, you are right. They are shooting their customers in the face with that because here's the kicker. You do not put liquid cooling in a system because we're talking little kids, animals, fucking literally anything. It could shift wrong. It could have a power outage. It doesn't matter. And if that reservoir in that new system is not running properly, if that malfunctions in any way, that system is gone.
And who has to pick up that bill?
The customer. The customer has to pick that bill up, and then liquid cooling in a computer, if always on, every 18 months, if varied out every 2 years, it cannot stay as a base in the console. You will not be able to have the original liquid cooling in it because it will run out. It will get used up, it will solidify, and it will break the reservoir. Because I work in computers, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. I've seen it done. And I sat there and I was like...
You would think Microsoft would too.
Yeah, right? And I've sat there, I've watched it, I've watched a reservoir explode.
One thing is that everyone's going on about that being the thing, and then it's like, okay, that's perfectly fine that Microsoft made that system for those that don't understand how a computer works or normally does it. But one thing that I'm pretty much just going to be laughing at is how many fucking reports and how many people are going to sue for Project Xbox One X is going to cause problems for people.
It's going to be a lot because kids...
Yeah,
pets,
yeah, and the
just
thing is,
everything.
is that, and it's like, okay, you're charging $500. You're not going to gain any benefits when people are reporting back to you that their systems are not working within 2 years, when the life expectancy for a console system is roughly supposed to be at least 7 years of games that are supposed to come out for that system. Because that's normally how it's played.
You don't need to have an Xbox One X to play any of the games that we're going to be talking about tonight.
That's the kicker. That's the only good thing, because I refuse to upgrade. When I get enough money again, after I get my rig back, which, yes, will have a reservoir, I will be putting a reservoir in my new rig. That's after I get it back, though. So, it boils down to the aspect that it'll work. There'll be a warning that everyone won't read. Their asses are covered. Das, you're correct on that. Completely correct. Oh, you knew I was gonna play you. Damn.
How the hell is the FCC allowing this to go through because of how dangerous it has the potential to be?
They just are. It's that simple. They just are. A lot of the games
Microsoft has money.
Yeah. A lot of the games that are releasing as well are good to an extent, but a lot of them are on fucking PC and exclusive release to Microsoft for the time being, and that says exclusive.
Can we talk about the fact that Microsoft does not know what the meaning of exclusive is?
They have 2 exclusives, Forza and Crackdown, and 3 exclusives, and
No,
Cuphead.
they have like 5 exclusives that are true exclusives. But I'm talking about the actual conference itself when they kept saying exclusive, but it's a console launch exclusive. So that means it will be.
Yeah, didn't they say 22 of them were exclusive?
Yeah.
And you just told me that they were.
They said 22 out of 40 were exclusives. Every game they showed threw the word exclusive out there. However, only 5 of them are true exclusives to Microsoft. The rest will eventually be on PS4.
I think what they're trying to do is that they're trying to step up against Sony, but it's a really bad attempt at them trying to step up against Sony.
Microsoft does have good games, though. I enjoy State of Decay. So I know I'm going to be picking up State of Decay when it drops.
And that's perfectly fine. It's just a factor that Microsoft has recently been losing its prices, and it's having to make itself up by using that exclusive thing so that people will buy their games, whether it be on PC or whether it be on one of their major systems beforehand, before Sony gets their hands on it, because of pretty much the companies that they're ordering are not going to be one-sided. They're going to sell it to all platforms to get the most of their benefits. And so it's at that point of where, like, the first few things that Microsoft shows off, they probably had to ask these companies and be like, can we get exclusive things first? At which point they said, yeah, probably. Yeah, go on ahead.
But that's that. And then Minecraft, why are you getting a 4K update?
Wait, why did you skip Metro Exodus? Or did you cover that?
We've already covered Metro Exodus while you were down.
Yeah, it's just there.
I don't know why.
I mean, I don't know why Minecraft needs a 4K thing. It's an 8-bit game.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, a 3v3 Tenkaichi. I mean, what's there to say to that? We got Black Desert.
Don't even get started on that.
I'm not, because it's Black Desert. I want it, yes, but it's still Black Desert.
Wait. Have you heard about what Black Desert, the company, does?
Yeah, they have a trace program that installs in your computer.
You don't think that they're not going to do that with other systems?
Oh, no, they totally are.
It's your turn.
And that's why I'm like, Black Desert, please, for all that is holy, just, you're on that stage of where you're trying to sell it to other systems, but I feel like you're going to still have those systems with the tracer program still in place.
Yeah, and fucking the last night, no details beyond the actual trailer. Artful, a very confusing exclusive trailer. Code Vein, from Software, ladies and gentlemen. That is from Software. Think a new Dark Souls Bloodborne. I don't really need to say much more to that because it's from Software.
If you need a good name for it, it's Weeb Souls.
Weeb Souls, thank you. And then we get to Sea of Thieves, which basically ties back...
Streamer content.
Yeah, streamer content, yeah. It is WoW Pirate Edition. Basically, it is Microsoft's answer to Ubisoft pumping out a pirate game, Sea of Thieves, blah, blah, blah. So, there's not really anything
Nothing really there. Yeah.
I know, I'm gonna get it.
And it'll be fun to watch him as there's like a whole bunch of you guys all on the same boat before you get slammed by another clan of some sort.
Hey! I love it.
I'm just hoping that with Sea of Thieves that we can actually have a server separate.
That would be good. Super Lucky's Tale.
Tacoma?
Tacoma, thank you. Don't really know much on that. Super Lucky's Tale. It's a little platformer that's in indie dev. Cuphead, an exclusive release is 29th of September.
I can't wait for that game even though I don't have an Xbox.
Yeah, you can still play it on mine. Crackdown 3, Terry Crews edition. Yes.
I'm still a little bit pissed off that the original system, when they came out with Xbox One, that they were going to throw down Crackdown, and yet it's been how many years, and yet they're now actually giving out a full date of when it's going to come out.
Just Crackdown, Ashen 4K. Ashen is getting 4K HD in development. Life is Strange 2 Before the Storm, episodes 1 through 3, releases August 31st. Okay.
Life is Strange is only episode 1 of 3.
Oh, okay.
There will be 2 other episodes being released later in time. They don't have a release date on that. It's only episode 1 with this releasing on the 31st.
Okay. Shadow of War. Yes.
Just Bruce.
Just yes. I mean, there's a lot of info for Shadow of War, multiple classes and brand new classes, another huge ass open world, 7 orc tribes. If you've played Shadow of Mordor, you know what it is. Launches October 18th. I'm totally picking it up. We've already talked about Xbox Originals coming to Xbox 4, exclusive Ori and the Wisp. It's kind of like some weird music game, not really sure how to feel. Following games are definitely going to be getting 4K updates: Evil Within 1, Halo Wars 2, Minecraft, RE7, Final Fantasy 15, and Recon. And at the end, who is snoring? God damn it, Mars. 1 second, chat. Mars, we love you, but we have to kick you. I'm sorry. Thank you for joining us in E3. Alright. Yeah, sleep well. Alright, back to this. So, and then that boils down to... At the end of the Microsoft conference, there was a game called Anthem.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Being created by BioWare's A-Team, apparently. And it's a mix between Destiny, Halo, and Horizon, and launches 2018. There is not much info about that out right now. If anybody has anything else on the Microsoft conference, please say it now.
Okay, back to the cooling system about the Xbox X. More when you said it's like a shot in the face, I kind of say it's more of being kicked in the balls and being curb stomped.
Thank you for the Gears of War.
It's not a good move on their part, and they are going to regret it in the future, because, one, the price tag is outrageous alone, and they claim that the price tag is justified because of that liquid cooling. It's your turn. The fuck?
No,
I mean,
it's
the
not.
liquid cooling's gonna cost you in the long run anyways.
Yeah, and then they can go back and charge you out the ass for it.
Because there's probably gonna be like special fees, like it has to be serviced by Microsoft.
Yeah, and it's gonna be dumb. Take your filthy fucking drug money.
You know what the worst part is? They actually, outside of the conference, I found a video that shows them putting an Xbox One S together. If Mafi's nice enough to lend me the video because my internet's being an asshole, I'll actually throw a link in the description to that video, and I'll give it to everyone so they can put it in their videos. It literally takes them 18 minutes, real time, to put this console together.
Yeah.
You know how when you have liquid cooling, I'm not as tech savvy as some of the others in this party, but liquid cooling is such a fragile concept. The fact that it takes 18 minutes to put one console together real time, if they fuck up that one tiny little bit, let's say you have 10 Xboxes in a row, I have a feeling that 8 of them are going to explode.
It won't explode. It'll pierce the reservoir and get on the motherboard, and then boom.
You know what I mean.
Whatever. Well, I was done.
So, that's my only comment. Anthem, yes, Tank, Anthem looks different, but it'll be on PS4. It's not an exclusive Microsoft. Nice try. And there's that.
Yeah, as of right now, they're claiming it will be, but I have a feeling.
So,
No.
ladies and gentlemen, this proceeds into the other major player of this E3 that we witnessed, Sony.
And my favorites.
Let's start off easy. We have Super Hot coming for the VR. Go right ahead, PlayStation. We have Tropico 6.
I'm happy about that.
Why?
They're definitely updating it to the point of where they're making multiplayer more sustainable, and instead of you just having a single island, you'll have multiple islands to control. And some people have been stating that the other players that you have to might be dealing with might have
Tropico
other
61.
islands to deal with.
Now I know you love Tropico. Tropico 6 is coming out, yes, sometime in 2018.
Yeah, I saw that.
Then it goes into the other major uproar that happened in the fucking theater. I'm skipping over a couple of things right now because we'll get to them. Undertale is coming to the PS4 and Vita.
I'm excited for that one. I actually want to play
Undertale is coming to PS4 and Vita. That's all I have to say to that. Uncharted Lost Legacy featuring Chloe is coming out. Yes. Horizon Zero Dawn expansion. I already have that pre-ordered. Fuck you. I love Horizon. Another gameplay trailer was released for Days Gone, which is The Last of Us-ish?
It's The Last of Us.
I don't know. It looks good. I just don't want it to, suck. I'm skipping over a couple of things right now. Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm skipping over major parts right now. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, September 19th. A story demo is live now on the PlayStation Store. Go get it. It is actually decent. I've played it. Star Child VR was shown. Inpatient VR was shown. Call of Duty World War II was shown.
Oh yeah, did you actually hear about Impatient?
Yes, it is set before
Until Dawn.
It is set 60 years before Until Dawn. Final Fantasy 15 VR. I honestly don't know why they're doing that.
I loved it, and I was like, stick with it. It's you and a boy band fishing out in the middle of nowhere.
Here's my note for it. Final Fantasy 15 VR will release in September. The game looks like shit.
Polyarch VR was announced. Moss VR was announced, which basically looks like Skyrim Mouse Edition? I don't know. Detroit Becoming Human. What is major?
Just cringe everywhere as you're just like, that's not gonna be good when you hear no applause after the game is fully released.
Yeah. Destiny 2 releases in September and has exclusive items on PlayStation first. It is coming to PC via the Blizzard app or the Battle.net. I don't even know what Blizzard calls it now. Spider-Man was also shown. You said Synth Simulator wrong. Sorry. Detroit Becoming Human is Synth Simulator. We're totally going with that. Dissidia Final Fantasy NT or New Tale. Not sure how feel.
I'm excited for that one, but we'll talk later.
Hidden Agenda. Okay.
Another Until Dawn. It's another Until Dawn game, but this one you turn around and sit there and you gotta solve a crime and try to catch a serial killer, and if you can, cool, you win. If not, you lose, and it also has to deal with the smartphone, so you have to have an iPhone or an Android to play this game.
And friends to play it with.
Yeah, so it's pretty much like
there is a single player aspect in this one.
So it's like pretty much the game. Oh, I'm trying to remember what it was. Like the Jack Pack.
Oh, damn it, income tax. So let's get to the major releases that we know we freaked the fuck out about. Ni no Kuni 2 officially releases November 10th.
Yes.
Yes.
I wish I had an Elgato. I need an Elgato.
Just throwing our money to Sony. As soon as we see these numbers, we're just like, we just gotta keep throwing it. We just gotta keep giving it to Sony.
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes.
We're gonna fill the cup again.
My game.
We know nothing of it, but apparently well, the Olympus Coliseum and where Goofy is gonna yuck ya. Anyway. You're welcome.
I need it.
There's that.
I got a meme into this.
Goofy, you kill those children. Yeah.
There's that. We have God of War. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
Just come on in. You're doing fine, Sony.
Just
yes.
Yes. And I know.
Sea Monster, I love you.
Here's my comment with that Sea Monster, though. I have one comment. The only thing that I could think of when that Sea Monster came up and said, and he asked, what's he saying? My only initial reaction was, you got 350?
God dang the Lord, monster! I'll help you out. What do you need? I need about 350. Son of a gun, you Loch Ness monster, you come out here.
Goddamn Loch Ness monster! That goes back to South Park. Thank you, we love you. Anyway,
bring him in. Make up a reference to that. Come on, make up a reference, God of War.
Shut up, game.
Just bring him some gold. Go on ahead.
Tree Fitty. Spider-Man? Okay. I am definitely okay with the Spider-Man release. Basically looks like Batman Arkham.
I hope that the quit time events are as horrible as the last one that everyone's been making fun of, because I seriously want to see people fail at the quit time events, and just seeing Spider-Man get squished by something.
Yes. So, and then first off, does anybody have any comments right now about any of the major games releasing?
I'm surprised you guys
Spider-Man looks alright.
Monster Hunter.
Now, if you give me 2 seconds, I need to get another cup. Yes, it is only... yes, it is not technically a console exclusive, but it was shown at the PlayStation conference, and people blew up. Simply because...
I'm going to stop you right there. As of right this moment, Monster Hunter World is PS4 exclusive.
It is not.
I cannot find anything on any other consoles.
It is not. It is Xbox and PC. They have announced it.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Okay. When I wrote this document, they didn't, so...
Here is the biggest thing. Monster Hunter World. PS4, PC, and Xbox. It is, if anybody has ever played a Monster Hunter game, or if you know me, that game is literally cocaine to me.
It's just pure crack everywhere. Everything is just going... There's gonna, like, when this does come out, and when the developers do release a date, it says early 2018, I feel February or March. When that game steps up to the plate, people are going to throw their shit. Because normally Monster Hunter, it was only limited to a single system of being 3DS or various other systems such as
It started on PS2, though.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. It started out as the original Sony thing, and then pretty much Sony didn't want to work out with them, so they kind of went over to Nintendo, at which point Nintendo kind of worked with them. But they saw that Monster Hunter wasn't getting that many profits, so they went back to Sony and perhaps tried to make some new deals, at which point Sony was like, yeah, no, we can do that. To which point, they then put this out, and everyone has been saying that this game is probably going to be one of the better games out of the whole Sony system, because it doesn't follow the original weird Sony press thing, which is third-person shooters
Yeah.
which is like their bread and butter.
And then, first off, does anybody have any comments so far? Because we still have one more major game to cover on the PlayStation.
I was gonna say, what game is that?
We'll get to that. So far, out of everything we've talked about for the Sony conference, it's just games anymore.
I can't wait for,
Shit. Taxes.
But God of War, I want it. Monster Hunter,
Want it?
Need it.
want it. Yeah. God of War, need. Monster Hunter, need. And then, and then there's the other massive game that Sony announced, because apparently we just like giving money to Sony. We heard you like Shadow of Colossus, so we redid the entire game.
From the ground up.
I don't even need to say anything more to that.
And everyone's just like flipping their shit, wanting to throw their money at it, and it's like, yeah, no, go on ahead.
I think my wallet is still missing from that day. That was it. That's literally all we did.
And the funny thing is that normally this wallet would be empty probably by Steam or by something else. Now it's just Sony stepping in, and it's just like, hey, we got all these new games that you can easily buy.
We heard you like games.
Yeah, because every other conference either had something that they wanted to show off, or they had something that they wanted to show off to everybody. While Sony, they just showed games, and that's it.
They showed what people wanted.
And
VR, yeah, that's fucking great. That's phenomenal. That gets back to the aspect of Doom VR. I don't have a VR headset. I don't have money for a VR headset.
But they're still, and that's why they're selling it off, because they're still selling games. They're not selling the product, they're just selling games for the product. So they're doing their job.
It gets back to the aspect that Microsoft, I'm sorry, hardware doesn't sell the hardware. Software sells the hardware. Look at Sony. But then, there's the other aspect too. Sony is releasing 5 games that I definitely am gonna throw money at.
My disc hardware space is going to be so sad by the end of this. It's just going to be like crying out for me for more space. And I can't do anything about it.
You can, because for those who don't know, because a lot of people actually still don't know this, you can buy external hard drives now for the PS4.
Yes,
up
you
to
can.
8 terabyte.
You can
would have been nice to know.
You can put an internal up to 2 terabyte in your PlayStation 4 and up to external of 8 terabyte. You can have a 10 terabyte memory collection for your games on PlayStation 4 way under sitting what Xbox has, because
so from what you're saying is get a Best Buy, go to Best Buy or any other company that can sell you that amount. Just go to Amazon.
Yeah.
And just buy a large hard drive, at which point you just need a cable hooked up to your system.
Yeah.
And then you will never have a problem with memory for a long ass time.
Yeah, and it's phenomenal. But sad to say, it is way under the limit of like what Xbox can do. The only thing Xbox right now has is they can have a massive terabyte system. If you can do it properly, it's connected to the cloud. That is the only thing that they have. But the cloud for Microsoft is not always secure. So, thank you for the money. Anyway, and it boils down to the aspect that Microsoft...
I don't know what I'm doing.
But Sony, you can have up to 10 terabytes, and with Monster Hunter, God of War, Shadow of Colossus, GT Sport, just the Synth Simulator, just so many games. It's kind of like...
Sony pretty much stepped up to the plate as the Godfather, while Microsoft was like a goon that the Godfather just slapped out of the way as it walked on ahead. And the thing was is that Sony at the time was considered a goon at some point.
Actually, no. Don't give me that one. Give me Waterworks and Electric Company.
But one thing that you have to understand is that Sony has stepped up their game, and some people are actually making claims saying, yeah, no, Sony hasn't been having that many issues. They've been doing quite fine for themselves. And the thing is that they're selling games that people do want to play.
Yeah, the
And it's
problem
like,
with Sony isn't Sony itself, it's what the developers that are making the games. Sony
Yeah,
and
and-
themselves have no problems
All
for
right.
many years.
You don't get your collection then. Nice try. Anyway.
because right now they're selling a lot of games for super cheap right now.
Yeah.
Like right now they're selling Skyrim for $30, which is funny as heck. They're also selling Shadow of Mordor for about $10 right now, and they're also selling Prey, which I think is on sale, but it's not.
It is on
It
sale.
is, but keep in mind that sale is only until Tuesdays because it's the best of E3 sale. So once Tuesday hits and that store resets, everything's going right back up to full price.
Yep. That's why if you have games you want to pick up, get them on sale now. So, do we have any other comments on the Sony conference that they just threw games at our face?
Good games.
It's probably my favorite part of E3.
I think I only don't want 3 games on this list, and that's not including the VR games because I don't have a VR. If I had a VR, I'd probably pick up 2 more, 3 more. But Sony,
Here's money. Anyway,
Just throw it out. You broke my wallet and my soul.
So, getting
Give
to
me
the
more
other very
information
short
in July
conference
about
that we
Kingdom Hearts
had,
3.
Was it
Nintendo.
Revolver? Oh, you're not talking about Revolver? You're not talking about that crazy acid trip?
We don't know what it is, so the fact to bring it up, unfortunately,
Yeah, that's the worst part.
that's the only thing
Yeah.
we know about it as of right now is that it's going to be an acid trip, and I tried looking up information for that game as well and found
No.
squat, so it's like...
No, there is a full Revolver conference, and essentially it makes fun of all of the other makes fun of all the other conferences and what they want to sell off. That pretty much it ends off with the main person having their head blown off,
Oh, Jesus.
and then somebody grabbing the now limp dummy and dragging them off the side of the stage. All the while, afterwards, for about an hour, they had a parody talk show host in which they were saying that they were going to play all of Revolver's games for at least 6 hours, when they in fact only played for a few hours and then completely stopped.
I have no comment to Revolver.
The fact is that Revolver pretty much was like the comedy and cringe of the show.
Anyway,
But besides that, Nintendo.
Psychic, hold on. Psychic, AR, Jimmy, and Team Rocket, do you have any comments on the Sony conference besides games?
They showed all kinds of good stuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
AR?
It's the best part of E3.
Oh, now you don't want it. 2 hours ago, you wanted to say the whole mantra.
Shut up! I don't need your shit too.
To protect the world from devastation, and that's all we're going to say because of copyright issues.
Yeah. I'm really not in the mood to get
There we
copywritten.
go.
So
Pokemon.
let's get to
Here's my
Nintendo
lesson.
conference. Let's do like we've been doing. Kirby coming to Switch in 2018. What's more to say to that? Pokken
like his-
Tournament DX coming to the Switch. What's more to say to that?
Whoop.
A
Woo.
Yoshi Yard game. Okay.
Woo.
Fire Emblem Heroes. I mean, if I wanted another Dynasty Warriors, there it is, guys.
Attack on Fire Emblem! Da, 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 da.
Yeah. Pretty much that. Just that.
But that's not a copyright issue.
Because we
Yeah.
can do it.
That's the first thing I thought of when I read the name.
15 seconds without a copyright issue.
Yeah. And then that boils down to that. Zelda coming to Skyrim with Amiibo support. Why? Just
to make
why?
Again, sell more toys so that they get more profit. It's just profit. You can't get away with it. Brings the game with Skyrim ideas. It's fine.
Legend
I know.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC, Hero Path mode, new armor, master mode, Champions Ballad mode, and Ballad amiibos. Okay.
Rocket League.
They're getting DLC. Rocket League is finally coming to the Switch, which will bring Xbox One, PC, PS4, and Switch support to a global server. Super Mario Odyssey. Drugs.
Everyone's... What I'm a little bit weirded out that everyone's been saying about the Super Mario Odyssey, that some people are actually saying that it's going to fill in that hole that Mario 64 put in place. And I'm looking at it and I'm just like... Later. Yeah, that whole thing is just like, oh, why you gotta talk about this?
We will talk about that later, indefinite.
Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. It is literally a GBA game released 14 years later.
With an extra story mode.
That's what I call
like
with minions.
It's
I can't really say much to that. Damn it.
It's Fire Emblem, but Mario.
Yeah. Metroid Prime Samus Returns. This is a game from 1991 coming to the 3DS. I don't even know what to say to that.
Again. The game that they're bringing back is 26 years old.
Jesus Christ. So here's the two biggest things about the Nintendo conference that basically convinced me to get a fucking Switch. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Metroid Prime 4. Shut the fuck up, Nintendo, and take my goddamn money. Any thoughts, ladies and gentlemen in the chat?
With Xenoblade, they didn't show that much, and I'm a little bit skeptical that it's going to be any good, to say the least. Yeah,
no,
they showed off
They showed Xenoblade outside of the conference.
They did.
I didn't get to sit down and watch it, though, so that's why, unfortunately, when it comes to our notes, it's not there. But they did turn around and do a direct as I was writing these notes, and unfortunately I didn't get time to sit down and watch it because it took me 8 hours.
It's quite alright. It's quite alright. It's just that the trailer that they showed off was mostly scenes, and yet no gameplay at the time, which I didn't see the rest of that off. If I did see gameplay and it was better than the first Xeno Chronicles, yeah, then they can sell it off and it's fine.
Yeah, that's my comment there. Metroid, we literally got, say, this is what the splash screen for it was. Metroid Prime 4 in development. You guys are dicks. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You guys are still dicks. But Nintendo, I hate you, but I love you. But at the moment, still not getting a Switch.
Your rent is due.
Pokemon Stars was kind of announced as well. Not officially.
I was gonna
but
say,
it
what
was
about
there.
Ultra Sun and Moon? What about that?
They are going to have more information on that outside of E3 because they gave us the trailer a couple of days before, so they said later. They didn't want to focus on that during E3 because they don't have like things ready for that just yet.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that Nintendo said that like we'll say it next month, stuff like that, because this is Nintendo we're talking about. They usually never have a conference as much as they do. They just have the Nintendo Treehouse event and play Kirby for like a half an hour and people sit there and watch. That's it.
Yeah.
All in all, right now though, do we have any comments of the Nintendo conference, ladies and gentlemen?
I want to talk about Super Mario Odyssey.
What's really there to say about Super Mario Odyssey?
I have to just say it's in development.
It's Super Mario Galaxy. It's Super Mario Galaxy.
It's Super Mario Galaxy with Super Mario N64 and Sunshine all into one game.
Yeah, and it looks good.
casual and a hardcore completionist. So the completionist literally will have it the time of his life. But it's just that. It's that game that we've wanted all this time in one package.
Yeah, so it'll come out. They don't say a lot of stuff at E3. This is just E3 teardown, ladies and gentlemen. So it's sitting there and it's kind of like, oh, well, shit.
It's a very extreme low level.
What's up, AR?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was talking to my brother for a second.
Ah, okay. Team Rocket, do you have anything to add?
About Nintendo?
Yeah.
It's Nintendo.
I missed when it was good.
Ouch.
Oh!
No, I know you're not talking about the 64 though, so that's
Hey!
that.
Hey! Hey!
Ooh.
K-Hole, shut it!
Alright, Team Rocket.
Wow.
So,
Can we have Meowth step in?
No.
Vlad left.
Oh.
So, and it boils down to that. Nintendo, you also had a good conference. You guys are dicks because you have games that I want. This breakdown of E3 took a lot longer than I thought.
This one over here said, oh, it's going to be less than an hour. And I looked at him and I said, bullshit.
Again, even I knew it was going to take longer because there was so much to cover.
But all in all...
I looked at the document, saw 11 pages. I'm like, yep, not at 2 hours. Or, sorry, not an hour.
I'm an optimist. Anyway, with everything...
Or delusional.
Thank you. Delusional works. I will go with delusional. With everything, this E3, ladies and gentlemen, does anybody have any comments, questions, concerns, money that they're going to be throwing at these companies?
Nothing towards Xbox.
As we can clearly tell, nothing from Xbox.
Tell Xbox I want my money back and I haven't even spent any yet.
Can I just get money ahead of time for when I actually somehow break an Xbox One X when I don't even actually bought it already? Can I just get money just so I don't feel bad about it? So I can start spending more of that money towards other games that I'm probably going to play once and then drop off the face.
Like Monster Hunter!
Can I just get money for wasting my time?
Can I get extra DLC for extra skins on Monster Hunter for my guns? Just do it for guns, please, because you already gave me a machine gun. You gotta give me something on that.
So, but any final comments, concerns? AR, do you have anything?
No, nothing really.
Okay. And I just pulled Boardwalk out of my ass.
That's a fucking terrible thought.
As we hear slight screams coming out of Nothy's mouth.
So.
And that's just the people on Boardwalk.
And that's just the people on Boardwalk. Thank you, Team Rocket! So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually going to be going back to the... Hi, you owe me money!
Persistence is the key to success.
I say we call it here because we're over. Let's quit. You don't have to keep giving me money. Anyway, so, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we sat here and played Monopoly the entire time and ripped E3 into tiny little pieces. There is a few things we didn't cover because time constraints, but that's beside the point. With this event, yes, it was in lieu of the Dead or Alive 5 event that we normally do, but we ripped apart
How the fuck am I supposed to do this?
We ripped apart every single conference under the NSI banner. It was amazing. We loved it. We hated it. We're throwing money at Microsoft and Nintendo. Who am I kidding? Who would
throw money on Microsoft? Who
Can I finish?
It's Sony.
Who am I kidding? We're not throwing money at Microsoft. Who am I kidding? We're not. Can I finish the line, you jackasses?
No, you said it wrong. We're calling you
definitely
out.
said PlayStation wrong.
You guys aren't letting me do the bit. You guys are really fucking my mojo up right now. We're throwing money at Microsoft and Nintendo. Wait, who am I kidding? Why would we throw money at Microsoft? Because they're already going to be jacking people's monies for fixing their goddamn console. Calling you out, Microsoft. Anyway, getting back to who we're actually throwing money at. Sony, hi, how are you? Here's my money, shut up and take it. Microsoft tried to steal it with their...
Skyrim, I don't know how you snuck in here again.
Microsoft is trying to take it with their putting liquid cooling in their... I don't know why they're doing it either.
Can we just pour liquid cooling on them?
Oh my god, it's
Maybe they'll
amazing.
go faster? I don't know.
So,
can we make them go faster?
ladies and gentlemen, to all who have joined us tonight for the ripping apart of the E3 conference this year, thank you for joining us, first off. Team Rocket. They're not even answering now, it's great.
What? I don't know who you're talking to.
The shush.
I was told you wanted to finish.
Rudely.
That's your new nickname, Team Rocket. I love it.
Fantastic.
Make sure to ruin every one of your streams with the mantra.
Anyway, AR, do you have any final comments?
One thing I'm really stoked is pretty much the beta for Destiny 2 and see how that goes. Really. That's the only thing I got to say about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck am I supposed to do this?
Sidekick, do you have any final thoughts?
Well, I know I'll be heading into GameStop and pre-ordering a bunch of the games that Sony previewed at E3.
I'll just prefer... There's only one GameStop you're allowed to go to, and that's the one that my good buddy Jimmy works at, who's currently in chat right now. That is the only one you're allowed to go to and pre-order from him specifically. So...
I mean, I think that's a bit of a trip for me.
Oh, this is so bad.
I don't know how I can drive all the way over there, but I think I can manage.
But...
yeah, this is a Titanol right here.
So, do we have anything else? Jess?
Anyone want to place... Can we place bets for Skyrim again?
Skyrim will be released next year on a microwave.
And then you can get it on your pet rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I can get it on my sock.
Googly eyes.
So it's going to be boiling down to the aspect. There's 3 games it will boil down to on the aspect of does it run it. It was Doom, and then it was Minecraft, and now it's Skyrim.
Just wait. Next year we'll see Skyrim on 3DS.
Oh my god, I will throw my 3DS if that's the case.
Don't you dare curse that name, because my 3DS is right next to me as well, and it is, and if there's a Skyrim issue of that, I'm gonna be like, who in their right mind made that?
Luna!
These are the same people who were just talking shit that it came out on everything else. But
If
if
my
it comes
child
out on
gets
that fucking
deleted, guys,
3DS,
you know what happened.
No, God, no. That's disgusting if it comes out on 3DS. The graphics would be terrible. Anyway.
Everyone, you hear it here. If you find my channel that disappeared, you know what happened. Skyrim's officially on 3DS.
Yeah.
Luna, we are hunting you down. It's going to be another witch trial, and we are going to easily...
You can't bring my religion into this.
Salem!
Whoa. Don't bring it back at Massachusetts past, because you think it's cool now.
Hey. Anyway, let's get to the final thoughts and closing statements. So, ladies and gentlemen, AR, do you have anything?
Nope.
Psychic, do you have anything?
You already asked.
Ben, do you have anything?
4K graphics.
On why? Who cares?
Just 4K graphics. Just 4K,
4K.
graphics.
This stream brought to you by 4K. Anyway, Luna, final thoughts.
I'm all going to die down here.
Get out, Red Queen. Anyway.
I believe something was said about copyright.
Oh yeah.
We're
Capcom,
in that
why? I'm praising you. I'm gonna throw money at you like 3 separate occasions for Monster Hunter. But, ladies and gentlemen, my closing comments this time around are E3 was kind of this year.
Yeah.
It's mid-season. You're gonna have to accept it.
Yeah. But it boils down to the aspect that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been NSI Rips E3 Apart 20... What the fuck year are we in? 2017.
No more drug money for you.
Hey! But to all who joined, thank
You're already
you.
losing enough of it. You're
To
losing
all
enough
who
of
are
it
going
already
to
on
keep
Monopoly.
watching, thank
Oh, that
you.
reminds me. When it comes to Rock Bros,
What's up, AR?
all my brothers ask me questions about Sun and Moon.
Ah, okay. To all who joined me in the stream tonight, thank you. To all who are going to keep joining me in streams, thank you. And to all future people, I know you're not here, but thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been NSI Rips fucking E3 Apart 2017. I bid you adieu.